Rated M for mature.
Hi guys, and welcome to a Battlebox edition of No Fighting in the War Room. I'm joined this week with just one person. Dave, hello Dave.
Hello Dave.
Dave is from Point Man Reviews. What we're going to do, we're going to take 10 minutes, and it will be 10 minutes, by Christ, to talk about something that's happened during the week. And this week we're talking about the free games that Microsoft are offering people on Xbox Live. Dave, what are your thoughts? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I like it, actually. Obviously, free games, always nice. I do think the fact that the community's kind of kicked up and gone, they're not AAA titles, and you're going, well, yeah.
I'm a bit pissed off, really, because everyone was moaning about Microsoft, right? And they're like, oh, it's not as good as PlayStation Plus and all this sort of bollocks. But you have to realise the PlayStation Plus is a paid-for service, all right? You've got your online free as a PlayStation player, okay? So these games you're getting are not free. All right, I want to make this absolutely crystal clear. Unless you're absolutely soft in the head, they are not free because you're paying for this. You're doing a yearly subscription and you're paying for these games, all right? So they're not free. And if you don't subscribe, I don't believe you can play the games either. So anyway, this has been running for a little while now. I don't know how long PlayStation Plus has been going, but it's been going a little while. And Microsoft did an announcement at their E3 show, which went terribly well.
TV!
Yeah. But now everyone's moaning saying, oh, well, you promised us Halo and you promised us Assassin's Creed 2. Where is it? You've lied to us, blah, blah, blah. We want our AAA titles. And I'm like, well, hang on. You've just been given Fable 3.
I was going to say, that's a pretty big title. It's not AAA, granted. I'll give it like maybe A, double A push.
Well, I like Fable. It was when Peter Molyneux still believed that, he lived his dream. You can hold hands and have a dog and there's choices and that tree will be there that was never there since the first thing. Anyways,
as soon as I heard that Fable 3 was free, I was like, I'll get that because I like Fable 1. Fable 2 was okay. And I was like, I've not heard great things about Fable 3, but it's a good enough game that
for free. For free, it's great, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not XCOM, which is on PlayStation. I have to add, as we do this right now, XCOM is free on PlayStation Network, which is great for them. Wait, I've got it already.
Exactly.
But this is my point, and this is where, it's not Halo 3 and it's not Assassin's Creed 2, but how many people have already got those fucking games? I'd argue quite a lot of people on an Xbox 360 will have a Halo title.
Yeah.
Because it's, I don't know.
I actually asked somebody online. I was actually talking to, believe it or not, one of my critics, and we were talking about Halo game. The new Halo 4, I think, had just come out at the time.
Yep.
And one of his friends jumped into the chat and said, I'm not a Halo fan. I said, how can you play the Xbox and not be a Halo fan? And everybody in the room went, that's a fair question. Halo built the Xbox.
Yeah, Halo sold the first Xbox. The original, the brick, the monster, was sold pretty much by Halo. That console was indestructible.
Yeah.
I mean, that was indestructible. But yeah, I mean, Halo's. But my point is, a lot of the same people that are moaning about these free games not being AAA titles, have got to realise that this is on top of what you're already happy to pay for. So out of the two of them, these games are actually free because they're not asking you to pay any more. So you've been happily paying for the 7 years for Xbox Live and content with that, okay? And it has been, I don't care what anyone says here about the adverts and shit like that, right? You can moan all you want. But that service, I dare you to go to PlayStation, and I triple dare you to come back to me and tell me that their online service is even a tenth as good.
But it's not even just what it is now. It's what Microsoft are looking to do, like with the Skype integration and stuff like, we could go into what they're planning to do, but it's just. I've got happily to say I went out and I bought a PlayStation 3 purely because of The Last of Us, which is amazing, all right? And I was like, you know what? I'm a gamer, it's not a 10, though.
No, it's not a 10, no, it's not a 10. Sell out. So anyways, I got it because I wanted to experience that game. So I thought, I've got a PlayStation now. I'm going to have a look around. I'm going to poke about and make sure that, has it changed since I don't know how long I had one before, 3 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it hasn't. It's the same shit. The online service, the back end, the front end, whatever you want to call it, it's horrific. It's nowhere near as user-friendly. And I honestly believe that there's a lot of Xbox people that have just jumped on this bandwagon of going, what a bad E3. And they've looked across and it's always the same stuff. The grass is greener on the other side. And I promise you're going to get over it and go, this is a pile of mud.
Yes. Well, I mean, like my cousin had like a PlayStation 3, okay, and he used to say, well, like he comes over on the Xbox and plays it easily. And he was like, it's fine, easy to do. And I was like, okay. And I came over to the PlayStation. He goes, oh, it's just the control pads are different. I go, no, just the game plays so badly.
But I don't know, games maybe we could talk about. Maybe that's a problem that I have with the controller because I'm so used to the Xbox one.
But people seem to make the transition from PlayStation to Xbox controllers very easily. It's the other way around that seems to be very difficult.
Yeah, I don't know if you're saying that. Hang on, police car going past. No, it's an ambulance. No, it's a fire engine.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. But no, I think what I was trying to say is, it's not the service they get. Okay, it's a good service. Okay, but it's not in the same class as Microsoft service.
No. I mean, PlayStation one's so secure. Always safe.
But the PlayStation's been hacked. But but what I'm saying is, The Last of Us, I got it. Got my PlayStation in. Put Last of Us in. How long before I could play that game, Dave?
I'd go for a couple of hours.
No, I've got a good internet connection at home. It was about an hour before I could play that game because it needed a system update, not the one that bricked the console. It needed a system update, a game update, a blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, I just want to play this game. So don't be fooled by thinking that the PlayStation Network is this fantastic service, right? Sony have got an amazing PR machine. They really have. In fact, just before this little podcast, I went and looked at the PlayStation Plus thing, and it was like, you give a PlayStation Plus is a monthly, it's a yearly subscription, blah, 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 blah. You get this, and this, and for no extra cost, you get this free. It's like, well, hang on, it's part of something I'm paying for.
Yeah.
So these guys, I guarantee you, and they're not doing Sony, they're off selling a car to someone with no arms and saying, it's all right, this car's fine, you can drive it, it's absolutely fine, your teeth will be suspicion.
It's the same sort of thing as like when you buy if you guys still buy the official Xbox magazine, okay? You're like, and you get free demos. It's like, well, I'm not, because I'm paying for the magazine.
Yeah.
And the disc comes with the magazine.
And you give me a demo that was out 4 months ago.
Yeah. So it's not really free, is it?
No.
But no, get back to the free games and what have you. I do think it's got a lot of unfair stick considering it's free. And
it's just started.
Yeah.
It has just started.
They're not going to go, here are these amazing titles you've waited for all your life, like Halo 3. We're going to give you that for free. Because they know you're going to go, yeah, I'll have that, cheers, and that'll be great. They go, well, no, now that we've done this, we're going to help out the little people, like Lionshead Studios.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if Lionhead are small. I mean, maybe.
They're smaller.
Yeah, smaller. But what I like is what's the tier 2? Why must everything be about tiers and guns and in a minute there'd be berets and shit? But is it Defense Grid? Is this the one that's being Tower Defense Grid or something like that? And I will get that game, right? It's a game I would never have spent money on, all right? But it's by a really small dev team or indie team, whatever you want to call it.
They actually did a Kickstarter for Defense Grid 2.
Yeah.
And I think they got funding for the game, but it either fell through or like something.
But see, this is my point. Another thing that everyone had to go about Microsoft about was you don't help the small. They do tons of stuff, right? And everyone going on about Microsoft don't help the little people, right? Let's just not forget, that with Xbox and with Don Matrick, right, who as we do this has just quit. They built the indie scene on console, all right? So I don't care what any of you people want to say about it, all right? Without Microsoft, all right, there would be no indie scene on consoles. Oh, no. And PlayStation is sitting here now saying how lovely they are to them, all right? They did fuck all for the indies, absolutely nothing, all right? And now that Microsoft were offering their free games, said, you know what, here's a team, they're quite talented, they made a good game, probably not a lot of people bought it, but they're going to get some funding from it because they're not going to give that game away. What's the first thing the Xbox community do, who are supposedly the pro indie, let's hug the world, let's hug a tree sort of people? They go, oh, we don't want nothing from the indies, we want the AAA titles from Ubisoft and Microsoft. I don't get it. It just seems like whatever Microsoft do at the moment, people are determined to hate on them. And I just think there's a lot of people.
It's a big corporation.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of people, Microsoft fans, myself included, they've just got a little bit blasé about what we already have. And I know it sounds like I'm sticking up for Microsoft, and maybe I am a little bit because no other fucker is. Microsoft aren't. But it's just like, you know what? For the last 7 years, I've been very, very happy with the service that I got from Microsoft. Very, very happy. And now they're chucking extra stuff in. I'm like, cheers, guys. That's pretty awesome.
They're not only that, but they're working with. I mean, like they're even like we were talking actually before the podcast. We're talking about like the PC scene and how they're borrowing stuff from that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now as you know, I play World of Tanks and I love Wargaming.net in general. Big fan of. They basically went, this is really good, and it's free on the PC. For you to put that on the Xbox and make it free and do microtransactions just like they do on the PC, people will love this game. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And they're basically going, PC, you've got some good stuff. we're going to have some of that, and we're going to give our gamers a better package.
This is it. Without going into it, because we could easily stretch this into what they did wrong at E3, which was basically everything. You just had it in a nutshell. What they should have come out and said is, look, there's a platform out now on PC for distributing games. It's kind of popular. Can't mention it by name. However, we're going to do something that's very, very similar to that. Hence the reason why we need you to check in. However, what we're going to do, which is why we need to be online, is we're going to let you do things that platform doesn't let you do, such as share games. And people would have gone, you know what? It's a good idea, that.
Yeah.
I kind of like what you're doing there, Microsoft. What Microsoft said was, this is the future. Get on board or we'll shoot you. And everyone went, actually, we don't like being told what to do. We like to pretend we have some sort of freedom of will when you don't really.
You like options.
Yes, fuck off, Dave, and your options. I said to you just before we recorded this, I will agree with you. Had they come out and said, we'll sell Xbox One, here's 2 options for you. Here's the don't require to be online option every 24 hours, and you can play your games, but you don't get the game sharing, all this other stuff. There's other really cool stuff. You don't have it, okay? Or you can go gold option and have all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I think you and I both said, do you know what? Probably 98% of people would have gone gold option.
Yeah.
Purely because
it's the false premise of being able to have the choice.
It's like one of the magic tricks where you go, you're going to pick this card no matter what, but we're going to make you think there's other cards.
Yeah.
So there was that. And I just think we have taken a massive step backwards, and I'm sad for it, but it's entirely understandable why it's happened, because it was done so badly. And that's been my whole point. I'm sort of fighting 2 arguments here, saying Microsoft doing some generally great things for you. Stop biting the hand that feeds you, because I'm telling you all right now, and I said it in the last podcast before, PlayStation, I'm telling you, it's going to be that moment in that film where, I don't know, what's the film where someone you think is your friend, they just turn around and just bam, stab you straight in the back, and you're like, but, you promised me all the nice stuff. Oh, did I? I'm sorry, but you're mine now. That's what's going to happen, I think.
It's basically, but Microsoft have, I think Brizzy, actually put it very well. Microsoft came out and went, right, this is all the really nice things about the Xbox One, here's all the really bad shit as well. PlayStation waited. They've always waited, if you've noticed. Microsoft did their announcement, then PlayStation did it. And I think they've had 2 game plans.
It's almost like they had somebody in their PR department working.
Yeah.
You know what we'll do? We'll see what everyone else doesn't like. Microsoft just went, we don't care about little people. We'll just say what we want. That'll be all right.
Yeah. So getting back to the games, they've said they're going to bring out AAA titles, but I think they're doing the right thing of supporting the indies to begin with, because people will get the game.
Yep. And maybe look at other games they've done. Yeah.
Exactly. And you're going, what more can you ask for? You look at Halo and you go, what else have you done? Halo? More Halo? Awesome.
Yeah. Let's look at it'll give you Halo from a studio that gave you Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. No, I didn't give you Halo 4. ODST, sorry. So I think what I'm saying is they're free games on top of a service you already had.
Yeah.
You're not asking for more money. They are free. All right. If there's an old saying which is don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Take it. All right. Because at the end of the day, this could be really good. I'm about to play a game I would never have played before because of this service.
It's because if people are wanting to play games that they already know is good, and it's like, well, that kind of
defeats the object.
It's like you're now going to play games you've never tried before. And I think this whole thing about having free games is creating new experiences and giving you a better package. There's no point going, we know you like these games, have them, and there'll be 10 of them. Yeah. And you're like, that's great.
I think, like we said, it's free, it's yours, enjoy it, and remember, they have already given you Fable 3.
Yeah.
They have already given you Fable 3, all right? So stop moaning, all right? Enjoy it, because there's not many services that give you games for nothing, all right?
But it's not even Microsoft just going on. Ubisoft with Spartacus Legends. They've got, and that, by the way, that is separate. That is not.
Yeah, that's not
a free game. Microsoft. Ubisoft, like we're saying, are borrowing from the PC.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's so bad. Everyone's like, there's gore, there's heads, and I played it, and I think I played the tutorial, and I was like, okay, this is pretty crap. Played the very first mission, I was like, yeah. Anyway,
clearly a test, isn't it? It's a test to see how many people actually buy shit in games. World of Tanks is coming out. How do we get in here before World of Tanks does? What can we make in 10 minutes? Wow, this looks all right. And we just chop people's legs off.
What they've done is they've turned to the apprentice and the developer team and gone like,
the junior apprentice.
It's like, what have you made? Can you fix it in time?
We made,
okay, well, we'll take it.
We made men fight with swords. You can chop his head off. All right, and how do you level up? Pay money in. We'll make this game.
Exactly.
So there we go. Games have come out. Agree, disagree with us. It's fine. We're not Microsoft. We will listen to you.
Yeah.
No, they did listen. They did. Microsoft 180. What a great joke. Right. Okay. Thanks for listening. That's not bad, actually. 16 minutes. We'll catch you next week. See you later, mate. Bye-bye.